Being my mother does not give you the right to destroy my home.
Hannah woke up slowly. The beeping of machines, the smell of antiseptic, the ache in her body. She was alive. Her eyes opened halfway, heavy with pain. The first thing she felt was a warm hand holding hers. Jonah. He was sitting beside her bed, eyes red, face tired. He hadn't slept. He hadn't left. When Hannah tried to speak, her voice failed. Tears slid from the corner of her eyes instead. Jonah leaned closer. "You don't have to talk," he whispered. "I know." The doctor came in. "Her stitches reopened because of trauma," he said. "She's lucky. Another 4 could have been fatal." Fatal. That word pierced Jonah's heart. Outside the ward, the neighbors spoke. They told everything. The water, the laughter, the mocking words, how Hannah cried for help and got none. Jonah's hands clenched into fists. Back at home, the mother-in-law sat comfortably, watching TV, eating, unbothered. She didn't come to the hospital, not once. That silence said everything. When Hannah was stable, Jonah made a decision many men are afraid to make. He went home. He stood in front of his mother. "Mama," he said calmly, "pack your things." She laughed. "So it has reached like this?" Jonah didn't raise his voice, didn't insult her, but his words were heavy. "You are sent to help my wife. You chose to harm her. I almost lost my wife. My child almost lost his mother." She shouted, she cried, she reminded him of school fees, of suffering, of motherhood. Jonah listened. Then he said something that shocked her. "Being my mother does not give you the right to destroy my home." Silence. "You will leave today." Back in the hospital, Hannah held her baby close. For the first time since giving birth, she felt safe. Not healed, not strong, but protected. When Jonah returned to the hospital and told her everything, Hannah cried. Not tears of pain, tears of release. "I thought I was alone," she whispered. "You were never alone," Jonah replied. "I just learned how to stand." As the mother-in-law gathered her things and stepped out of the house, she paused at the doorway. No one was there. The house was quiet. She looked around once more, then whispered to herself, her voice low and bitter. "So this woman has succeeded. She has driven me out of my son's house." She scoffed softly. "My son. The son I suffered for. The son I labored to train. After everything I endured for him?" Her eyes darkened. "She thinks it's over? She thinks I'm gone?" She shook her head slowly. "It's not over. It's not over yet." A faint smile crossed her lips as she muttered, "Don't think she has won. Don't think this story has ended." She adjusted her wrapper, lifted her bag, and walked away, but her words stayed behind like a shadow. Because some people don't live in peace, they live with a promise of return. But the scars remained, in Hannah's body, in her heart. Healing would take time. Trust would take time. But something had changed. Hannah was no longer suffering in silence, and Jonah had chosen his family. Endurance without love becomes suffering. Should a mother-in-law have authority over her son's marriage? Have you ever endured pain because you had nowhere else to go? What advice would you give Hannah now? Watch out for the next episode.